playthrough of Layers of Fear. I'm going to be starting a new game, and I love this game. It's pretty awesome, and this game actually scares the living shit out of me, simply for the fact that it is, I don't know, it's so captivating, and it's one of those games that you just, I don't know, you just get wrapped up in the storyline. So anyhow, here goes my playthrough. I'm going to talk throughout this and do a little bit of a commentary as well. And yeah, it should be pretty interesting. This is going to be part 1. I'll probably end up doing part 2 at some point. Don't know when, but I'm going to have to do this real quick. Takes a minute for it to load, so just give it a few minutes.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Yo, 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 yo.
You're in my broadcast right now.
That's fine.
I'm streaming it. So I'm in the first room here, and basically the shitstorm doesn't start until I go into a certain room. This one asshole that I work with is in the party right now, and he's listening to me commentate. And
I'm the asshole. I think you got that backwards there, buddy.
Well, I'm a very backwards person, but not as backwards as your cousin.
Oh, come on, man.
I had to go there.
Yeah, did you see the video I uploaded today?
No, I did not. But right now, we're in the kitchen. It's pretty creepy. I mean, you can go through this entire thing. It's just discover things, find random notes laying around the house to give you clues as to what's sort of going on, but not really. I like this note right here. It just talks about pest control. I've always played this. I've played this game so many times through. It still scares the shit out of me. Now this is the workshop. This is where all the shit's about to happen. As soon as you go in that workshop, that's when the actual game starts. We're gonna head up the stairs. Maybe we'll find our good friend's cousin up here. Oh god. I just heard a door slam open. That door's locked. That's one of the rooms you can't access. This is your daughter's bedroom, obviously. It's the only really vibrantly colored room in the entire freaking game. And there's a random toy laying in the crib, and the only vibrantly colored room in the game, but it's actually still, it seems creepier than the rest of it. Now I'm going to, I'm not going in the office yet. Play the piano real quick. And the piano just slammed shut on me. And some notes here. Music notes. And this would be your bedroom, or your character's bedroom, rather.
Stumbling all around, stumbling all around.
And you got some creepy music from the 1920s playing.
Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare, I stepped right on her toes.
And there's a newspaper article. And the music abruptly stops. This room has some pretty big significance in the game. And yeah. And also, the character that you're playing as, like I said, he's got some issues. He's an alcoholic, he's schizophrenic, and he's got a limp leg. So your character walks with a constant limp in the game, regardless of whether you're sprinting or walking. The office is a little bit of a creepy place. And there's a note that is obviously from you, and then your wife wrote below it. And then this is about a Little Red Riding Hood painting that he did for one of his friends, and he didn't really like it because it was rather morbid. His paintings changed from being wonderful and vibrant to being morbid and dark when he fell into alcoholism. And here's all the little snippets of Little Red Riding Hood that he did. Obviously, Little Red Riding Hood gets ripped apart by the big bad wolf, and he depicted that very interestingly. So next we're going to grab our little key. That key goes to the workshop. This painting has a lot of significance in the game. You'll see later on in the gameplay. And also, the controls are very similar if you guys have played any of the Amnesia games. Very similar to the Amnesia games. Opening and closing doors, opening and closing drawers. The only thing that you don't have is a lantern like you would have in Amnesia. There's also this really weird room right here. You don't have access to it. And there's a bunch of blood on the floor, and so on and so forth. I don't know that you could ever get access to that door later on in the game. So we're gonna go down to the office, or not the office, the workshop. And this is where the shit's about to happen. The door shuts behind you. It locks. You can't open it, obviously. There are a few trunks in here that you can look at stuff. And these are all the things of the rats. He's also got a terrible fear of rats. That I've collected throughout my gameplay playthroughs. And here's a book. This is actually a scrapbook. You find random pictures of you and your wife and you and your kid throughout the entire game. I haven't found every single one of them yet, but eventually I'll find all of them. So now we're gonna actually start the game. We're gonna look at this note real quick. The note constantly changes throughout the game, so it's pretty neat. So now we're going to unveil what's on the canvas. An unfinished portrait with a smear of paint on it. So next, we're going to go back through the door that we came through. And the room is not the same. It's a dark hallway, and you already feel the ambience getting darker and darker. There's more lightning. And this room seems like there's no way out. Just out of reach. Pay attention to the things that are written on the walls. It's very, very critical in the game. They have critical messages, they have hints, clues, and also paintings are your best friend in this game. So look for paintings. Especially the paintings that look like they're looking at something in the distance. So next we're in this little room. Doesn't seem like there's any way out at the moment, or any way around it. Seems like we're stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to just light this candle up, and the room changes. And here you have 3 numbers in each painting. 5, 4, and 8. And over here, there's a box. You'll hear the whispering if you're using a PS4 like I am. You'll hear the whispering in the controller. That's usually when something, some clue or some artifact is around. So 5, 4, 8. I'm gonna open up the trunk.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
The engagement ring. So, found that. Now we're going to a different room. Oh, we can't get out. Never forget. So we're going to go through this door. And the rocking chair is moving by itself. It stopped rocking by itself, so now we're going to go in here. Now this room's pretty interesting. This is when a little jump scare kind of happens. And here it is. Fall right through the floor down into the basement. And the only way out is if you go to the candles and look at the lights. And you can turn on the lights in the basement, and then some weird stuff will start happening. Like that painting that ended up right behind you. Go back up the stairs. Pull the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. And then you have a freaky baby doll hanging up on the taxidermy head. And that painting is over here with the guy that has the rag around his head. So now we're done in this room, so we're going to go out and a different room yet again. So something is going to happen at some point. Okay, that kind of freaked me out. You've seen this game many times and played it many times. Alright, here's a clue to pick up, so I'll shut up for a second.
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
And that is obviously his wife. She posed for his portraits and paintings and so on and so forth. So here we're in this room. There's nothing really significant in this room. There are a lot of rooms that there's nothing significant in, really. And just take in the development of this game. It's amazing. And a rat just ran into the fire. Now go up to this painting. Painting faded. Not a good sign. Oh! Yeah, that part always scares the ever-living shit out of me. So we're gonna get out of this room.
Oh, what, Sam Landra's face? Yeah, it scares the living shit out of me too.
Oh yeah. Have you even played this game?
What is it? Layers of Fear? No.
Yeah. Here's another clue.
Hello. It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
And that is his wife. I believe she's actually talking to herself after the accident that happened to her. Now, I'm going to go, I suppose I'm going to go right this time. I can't go right, so I'm going to go left. And we're in some sort of wine cellar. Open the door. First step is the hardest. So this is where some freaky stuff happens. You'll see in a second. I go over to the closet door. Oh, can't open it. This door's locked too. What am I gonna do? Go back. Uh-oh. There's no way out of this room. And see the fruits and vegetables slide. Oh god. And it's a bricked up door. And the lights are out. Oh god. The paintings fall out of it. And the painting changed. Look at that. All these vegetables and stuff. And here...
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
So basically the canvas you were using to paint this painting is human flesh. So we're going to try to get out of here now. And here we are, back in the workshop. This is, as soon as I put this piece of the puzzle in, this will conclude part 1. There will be 6 parts to this broadcast, each to the piece of the painting. So, without further ado, here's the first piece. Skin. Thank you guys for watching this live stream, and I will return with part 2 in the next day or so. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Hope you guys enjoy.